Hi, you neighbors. I'm Ryan, the marketing guy, and this is episode 2 of Dirt to Dish. We are here just outside of our beautiful vegetable compound right now. I have not cut the gate open yet. The plants have done 2 nights by themselves. I'll explain to you why it's been 2 and not 1. We got lucky, and then we're gonna check inside, because if you know anything about me or you watched the last episode, there might be a problem brewing right behind me. So come in with me as I cut down those vets. See a deer fit through this. Oh, God. As I predicted, and as we expected, and as you might be able to see, there's a little bit of wilt and tilt going on over here. And I suspect, because when we planted it, might have dropped it. And now we got a little split down here, just kind of ruining the integrity of the plant. Also, I learned about what suckers are. They're these little branch offs here. The reason why we want to cut off these suckers is to kind of force the plant to put all of its energy and nutrients into the fruit and not so much the leaves. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. Probably just gonna enough to keep everything off the ground, because we also have to feed a couple people. So I want to produce enough fruit at a decent size. So we're gonna try to be smart about it, as smart as you can. So right up in here is where we saw that split I was talking about. Pretty low, but seems to be healing up pretty nice. We're gonna go in though, just 2 splints right down the side, see if we can tie a little rope around it and get this thing on its way. So as you can see, we have our splint complete. I mean, this is pretty medical grade. I don't know if this is any bit of help, but it does seem pretty snug and secure, not suffocating it. I hope if there's a better way to go about this, or a better string, better method, please let me know. I'll go ahead and zoom in on some of these so you guys can see what a sucker might look like. Like we said, we're probably going to keep it on the bottom third of the plant, because we will still want some of these suckers to grow up and start producing some of these delicious tomatoes right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into some of this. That is enough tomato talk now. We're gonna spice it up. Literally next door, we've got our peppers growing in. So this one, we've got our jalapenos. Shout out Sean for these little cute guys right here. Keeps these, especially with the peppers. They all look the same right now. Some longer, some shorter, but they're all green. This is the early jalapeno. Inside here, we've got our 2 green bell peppers right here. Sorry, this one I bought on accident, but sometimes the best inventions are mistakes. This is a sweet pepper, which I'm pretty excited about. I think it's one of the tri-colors, but I do notice that there's some yellow tinge going on to these leaves. So we're gonna ask around and maybe find a solution to perk these back up and get them that nice, healthy green color. Not much to do with these guys. Pretty self-sufficient. I'm gonna take some of the lower leaves that might be touching some of the dirt. It's been a little wet this week. We'll go into that a little bit later. A little damage control, not much. Loving the pepper life over here. Next door, it's tomatoes and peppers. We have our herbs. We have the cilantro up front. We got some of the dill, and then we have some of the chives. And down the street, we've got our pineapple sage. Everything looks pretty good. There's some low-lying stuff that's starting to turn a little bit. There's some yellowing in here, like I had mentioned, same with the peppers. So I think we're gonna have to get that solved sooner than later. Light touch up, but overall looking pretty good. I think I might make a move on some more pineapple sage, and then we've got some fun plans later on for next episode. We'll get into that. But not least, we have the lechuga aisle. We've got our arugula here, just absolutely dominating right now. Got some light cleanup to do. Got some little bit of browning, keep the pest and disease away, but looks amazing. I'm pretty confident about my lettuce growing skills right now after a day and a half. So we'll start looking for maybe a spinach or something of that type. something a little more mild compared to this arugula. All right, so that about does it for day 1 of episode 2. Overall, pretty happy. I feel like this is the zen spot right here. Just kind of doing some light trimming and perusing around in my garden. Like I mentioned before, we got a little lucky with the whole water situation. It's been raining earlier in the mornings, a decent amount, so the soil's staying nice and moist. And then we also have a sprinkler located just behind us as well that has the perfect trajectory right into both boxes behind us. So they're getting a nice watering every day at least, if not twice a day. So hopefully we don't overdo it. And then we got to be really careful about the tomato leaves. I've been told they don't like water hanging out on top of the leaves, just because when that sun comes out, hopefully it does soon, right on cue, kind of magnifies through that water and will burn some of the leaves, as we've already seen. So as of now, we are looking good. We are certainly smelling good, and even more importantly, we're tasting good.